In this video, we're going to go over the process of creating your folder structure for the course. This is extremely important in order to keep all the files organized and is your first step into the pipeline process, making sure that all the elements have the appropriate location and the right naming convention. So in order to start, the first thing that I want you to do is to find the drive that you have the most amount of space. Most of you already have an LA Film School folder where you have been placing all your classes. If you haven't had one yet, it's time to get organized and create one for yourself. I prefer shorter names, so in this case I'm using underscore LAFS underscore. Now the underscores allow it to go all the way to the top of the folder structure, so that way I can find it easily wherever it is at. So the next step that I want you to do is after creating your main folder, then create the folder for the class. This is the naming convention that I want you to follow. First is going to be the month that you're currently in. In this case, month 20 is the month for this course. If you have any other different month, then you put a different month in there. Now, the next thing is the code of the class, AVE 310. If it's another class, for example, CAN 101, it will be CAN 101. And then, last but not least, the naming of the class. The only thing that you got to make sure is that there's no spaces whatsoever or any special characters in any of the naming conventions. This will introduce errors and mistakes later down the road, and different operating systems read spaces in a different way. So make sure that you never have any spaces or any special characters. Now, navigating into the folder, how I want you to set up the folder is the way that follows here. The first one is a downloads folder. We will download all the elements throughout the month into this folder, and from there we will distribute it to the weeks. The idea of this one download folder is to make it easy for you to clean up after you have downloaded and you have a bunch of files that you don't need anymore from the downloads. Okay, it's one place and you delete everything from there. After you transfer the files, you're going to have your weekly folders. In this case, you're going to put each of the elements in each of the weeks. So if we're working in project 1, in week 1, then you will put it inside this week. Now, if you want to go a little bit further, what you could do is you could go inside one of these folders and you could create a new folder and name it 1-1, for example, for your first week and your first 1-1 assignments or first 1-1 lesson. Then you could name it, for example, if you had a live lecture or a live lesson, you could name it 1-2. And if you had an actual exercise, let's say 1-3, you could have another one called 1-3. Again, this is going even further in the organization structure. Now, the important thing about inside this week is I want you to have a delivery folder. And here's where you're going to place everything that you're going to deliver to the LMS, keeping all the elements organized all the time. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed this quick video. Have a great one. Bye-bye.